Hey, I hope you're ready for today's video. Welcome back to Mom Likely. Today's laundry room refresh video is super packed with extreme laundry motivation. Today we're going to be cleaning, decluttering, and working on the storage solutions in my laundry room, as well as washing, folding, sorting, the whole nine. If you enjoyed today's video and you enjoy hanging out here, please consider hitting the notification bell so you don't miss future uploads. Hey guys, thanks again for joining me for another video. In today's video, we're going to be tackling my laundry room back there. I'll show some pictures of what it looked like when we very first moved in here, and also some pictures of what it's looking like right now. So it's a atrocious mess. Like, it's literally a trash can in there right now. You can just call it a trash room is what it feels like. There's a lot of clothes, a lot of blankets, a lot of like random stuff from when we moved in here that was just kind of shoved in there, out of sight, out of mind, and forgotten, as well as what else is in there, just random products and stuff, things that need to be decluttered, things that need to get out of our life that I finally want to get to. I'm grateful to finally have what feels like first floor access laundry, and the space is small, but like, it's spacious, don't get me wrong, but it's like small, so I'm like, why is it such a mess? It just needs like help in a system. So I want to just get that out of there. I have additional cleaning products all over the house that I want to be able to have stored in there, like a little hub for those products. Additional cleaning supply storage, and then also my appliances need to be cleaned. This room has been on my tackling to-do list for so long since we got here, and I haven't like went in there and did it. It'll just make doing laundry so much easier for sure, and give us more access to the storage space that we actually have in there. So yeah, that's what I have on my list to do today. So if you need to get your laundry room cleaned up, go ahead and throw this video on, or just enjoy watching. There's a lot to do, so let's go ahead and get started. Jordan is such a turd. She always knows how to scare me. She knows I'm distracted and I'm working, and she always just comes out of nowhere and she's like, hey, all creepy like. So she cracks me up every time. So this is what I'm currently working with here. This flooring is the old style, like non-safe flooring. So this is the kind of flooring tiles that were built with asbestos in it, which is awful. It's not damaged at all, so it is safe. However, it does need to still be covered up, and I'm not going to be taking it out. So we have to eventually put some flooring down in there. I was waiting until I was ready to put that flooring down in there to take care of this room, but it just has become such an issue that I can no longer wait. I just want to get it done. I don't care if the flooring is getting taken care of right now or not. It's safe, and I do put down a rug like right where I'm walking the very most, so I'm not like that worried about it. But what my plan is to just put some kind of peel and stick down there. So hopefully that'll just, give it a little bit of coverage. And if anything does happen to crack or break, then, there will be something over it and it won't be that big a deal. And hopefully maybe in the future we can put down a more like permanent option, like some kind of like really, really sticky vinyl or something like that. So nonetheless, I got everything out of here and I was decluttering everything. There was still so much crap left behind, plus a bunch of stuff that we shoved in here. So I just got rid of all of that. I ended up deciding to keep this little rolling cart on the side to hold a trash can and one of the baskets, and also the vacuum cleaner attachments. So that worked out really good. So it's nice to have things here. I didn't have to spend a lot of money to go ahead and give this laundry room a refresh. The only thing I had to really spend money on was like the wall storage, and those were also things I already had. So the only thing that I actually bought for today is my stand-up bookshelf, and once we get to that, I'll tell you more about that. But going in, I've literally had all this stuff for so long. The majority of the stuff we've had just for so long. And I just was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. We got to get rid of it. So the blankets and stuff, I have boxes that I have like in the storage area for like important or special blankets that I wanted to hold on to. But otherwise, like I just got rid of so many blankets. I'm like, if we're not using it right now, I'm getting rid of it. If it's not something that I can utilize right now, I've pretty much just been throwing it out, putting it to the side. And yeah, a lot of the stuff just ended up in the trash, honestly, because it literally was just like junk. I also decided to get rid of the rugs in here and get my own rug. I did end up flooding a portion of this laundry room while I was doing this. It wasn't on camera because it happened like later in the evening, but I was like, oh man, so that made me worried about putting down peel and stick in here. But either way, it really doesn't matter. It's so cheap that if I have to replace a little bit of it, then I will one day. But I figured it out, so hopefully that will never happen again. My hope for this day too was that James would be home early on this day, but he ended up not being able to get off. So I decided to not completely deconstruct the laundry room because I wanted to pull out the washer and dryer as well, but I couldn't because if you move the dryer too much, it disconnects from the back, and I wanted to make sure I could continue doing laundry even though he wasn't there, because I don't know how to like reconnect it. So I didn't want to pull that out and get underneath the washer and dryer. And he was going to replace the wash tub when I was doing this refresh as well, but he wasn't here, and it really isn't that big a deal. It works well. It's just not as cute as the one we have from another area in the house. So for now, we just still have this one, and we'll worry about it at a later date. But I did go ahead and clean that up. Another thing on the list of, oh boy, all the things we have to worry about is while I was doing this process, I've just been noticing more and more and more that my dryer isn't drying properly. If you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. I did vacuum this out, as well as later I did jam something further in there to try to just declutter the, or not declutter, but, unjam the lint trap. I also empty my lint trap every time I switch the dryer, and if it's not every time, it's at least every other time. James also has cleaned out the lint trap leading to the outside, I think 2 or 3 times since we've been here in the last 7 months. So honestly, I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's like a certain element in there, like a heating element, or maybe there's something else I can try. But yeah, the way that it's going is that it still works really good. It's just that instead of taking things an hour to dry, it's taking it like an hour and 40 minutes to dry. So it's just taking longer, but it's still drying well. The washer is still washing well. James's work clothes are really hard on the washer and dryer set, so maybe that's kind of like a factor as well. We've had these for like probably, I think, 6 years. So sometime in the future, maybe next year, we might have to end up replacing this. But I tried to do all I could do with like cleaning and maintenance. But if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I also opted for putting on a cleaning mask. I have a lot of these in my cleaning supply kit, and anytime I'm doing like any dusting and anything like that, I just throw one of these on because it'll just keep my sinuses from overreacting at the end of this, so I don't feel even more crappy and sore.
What I would do for you.
So the thing next up that really needed to be addressed was cleaning my mop, which I disinfected with some Clorox bleach. And now moving on to cleaning my washer. This thing always trips me up. Honestly, in the past, I usually just clean it with whatever's near. I know I've been scolded for using toilet bowl cleaner once, but it's never nothing that sits in the drum for long periods of time. I always run a cycle after, and it doesn't just cling there. However, in today's video, I use what's accessible. So I'm just using some Dawn Blue dish soap, which is just a standard degreaser, really mild. It's not going to damage the finish on this or the stainless steel or anything. And then I also put a little bit of bleach because in the rim of the drum, like at the top underneath like the lip area, there's like that mold that grows right there, or like just some gunk that just gets stuck up there. It needs a little bit more than degreasing just to kind of like deodorize it. So that's what I used for that. And then I just used just my regular Dollar Tree scrub brush to just scrub out the drum and do this, and I wiped everything down. In the end, what I did also was I made sure everything was rinsed off and wiped down in the lip there. Like, I don't know what this part right here is called, but either way, I just wanted to make sure that I wiped all the soap out of that with a microfiber cloth. And then I kind of did rinse down the inside of the drum a little bit with the cloth as well. And then once I was all done, I just threw my cloth right inside and I ran a top full load and just let it go with hot water, empty, with just a little bit of the cleaner in there that I used. The other thing that I hate about this too is like my fabric softener container always fills up. Even when I push the button, I just don't know what's going on. It never fully empties. I don't really know why. I would love to know why. So if you have any suggestions with that too, as I said, I'm probably going to be getting a new washer and dryer set probably next year. I'm just using this one as long as I can till it goes out. It was pretty affordable at the time when we got it compared to like the more fancier ones. But it's just such a necessity that like we'll have to replace it. It's just too important not to, you know, have a working washer since we have the space. But James's work clothes, he's a service worker, so he encounters a lot of like dirt and tar. All kind of other crazy materials from the ground from digging and going inside of like all different kind of places. So this thing really does take a beating. So I'm grateful that it's still trucking as much as it is, but it does need a little bit of TLC. But because of the, you know, the manpower that it takes to keep this thing going, just with James's work clothes in general, and then, you know, keeping up with all the laundry for us four, plus like all the additional blankets and stuff. But even so with that, I just don't like cleaning it a lot because I never look at it as a priority. So if I'm being honest, I probably only clean the inside of my washer about 2 or 3 times a year. But nonetheless, you'll see that when I do clean it up, it still cleans up pretty well. So it's not heavily neglected, but definitely just something I get to kind of more seasonally through deep cleaning. Something new that I did this time though was I did disinfect the inside of my dryer this time. I did spray it with hydrogen peroxide, and it says on Google that what you can do is you can spray it in there and just leave it set and it will evaporate on its own, leaving behind that film that will kill any germs in the inside of your dryer. But if you are going to wipe it out, it says to leave it set for at least like 5 minutes. I didn't do a whole 5 minutes, but it was on there for a couple of minutes while I was just messing around. And then I just went ahead and just wiped it out, but nonetheless, I did it. And then I vacuumed the inside and sanitized my wash tub. Just thinking about this, it brought me back to, I think it was a video or 2 ago when I explained how I haven't cleaned the inside of my vacuum in so long. And after doing the washer, I'm just like, oh man, it's going to be like really fun to go ahead and clean my vacuum out. But now that all these appliances are done and my mop, I'm like, man, I got to get to my vacuum. this was such a task, you guys. Like, honestly, I cannot believe how much work this was for this tiny little room. It had so much stuff in it. There was so much. And we have so much space in our bedrooms too that like there's no excuse why all this laundry wasn't in the closet. Especially like there was a lot of off-seasonal clothes that were just in here, and so many blankets and like jackets and stuff. Here's the load here, just empty, just spinning on its own, free and clear. I just opened it so you can see. But there was just so much linen and laundry to go through. This project literally took me 3 days just to get through and completely clean this room. I think in total what I end up doing was about 17 loads of laundry. And then you know how laundry works, right? So as you're doing laundry, you're also wearing clothes. So you're also like, you know, readying and teeing up your next load of laundry. So I was literally done with the laundry after like 17 loads of laundry. And then the kids brought down like their laundry from the 3 days that I was like doing this laundry. And it was like the bathroom laundry. So it was like all kind of stuff in that basket. And so yeah, you know, it never ends. It really never ends, and it's something that we have to roll with. I'm fortunate to have all the clothes to wear. We did declutter through a lot. We also have everything we need for school. I did buy them a few new things, which I'm gonna do a back to school haul for you to see. But they didn't go overboard. Savannah, she's a teenager. She just turned, she's about to turn 14. So she did a little bit of a makeover this summer. So she ended up getting kind of like a new wardrobe. And then Jordan's still working on her stuff. And she got a few new things. James also just revamped a lot of his clothes, and he also just got a bunch of new work clothes and like decluttered through his stuff. I did the same. I still need to purchase myself a few new things this winter, so I'll declutter a little bit more of my stuff when I do like our closet this winter and buy myself some new stuff. But there was so much stuff here. Literally took 3 days to get through this. You'll never guess too, right? So I'm finishing up. It was the last day of filming, and I just vacuumed this floor, picked up everything. It was so nice. I was done. I was about to relax, and I was going to hit the grocery store so I can go buy dinner, because during this process, like, I didn't even cook these 3 days. We had leftovers one day. We had a party one of the days, and on the other day, we just got fast food because there was just so much going on, and I didn't have like a grocery haul. But as I was relaxing, I literally walked downstairs to get my shoes because I was getting ready to leave, and one of the dogs had diarrhea on the floor. I was so mad. So then I had to deal with that, but that's for another video. So here's how everything is looking currently. That closet, I just keep filling up with all of James's extra work stuff. There's just piles everywhere. There's so much trash. Look at all that trash against the wall there. There's a pile of blankets here that I'm just getting rid of. And then there's all these bags and boxes here. This is all just literally trash. All kind of stuff from in there. Whatever was on the wall. Junk hangers I don't want. This pile is like all of our actual laundry between the four of us. And then also had like a giant pile of towels. And then there's a random blanket I kind of need to take and get dry cleaned because it's a down blanket. And then this here is all like sheets and stuff that I'm going to keep because I'm going to end up keeping those in a closet because we have 2 extra pull-out beds as well. And then that last pile was just all the jackets. So as you can see, there was just so much to wash separate from laundry. And that's like the beauty of laundry, right? It's like there's so much laundry, but then like you also got to think you got all those towels, all those blankets and sheets. And then if you have pillows that you want to wash, and then the jackets, and but I'm glad I got it done. I felt like a bad A when I was done with this because I was like, yeah, you ain't messing with me now. Like, oh yeah, this laundry is done, honey. So listen, if your laundry room is just completely filled up and you're walking and stepping over your clothes, and it's very easy to do, especially when you're busy, especially if you have just like a hoarding area, it's just so easy to just walk and step over everything that you're used to dealing with every day, especially when you don't know what to do with it. But I'm telling you, if you just get in that laundry area and get to it, you're going to feel so much better. And then the beauty of this is like, yeah, it might be a lot of hard work that takes you like 1 or a couple or 3 or 4 days to do. But honestly, like once you attack this, you're not going to have to deal with a monster like this for some time again. Even if You know, you're not able to just develop a perfect routine right away and just stay up on it every single day. It's just like getting through that little bit, just decluttering, and then just getting rid of everything you don't want. Wash up all your extra blankets, store them away, wash up all your towels and stuff and coats, so you don't have to worry about all that, especially if your kids are like older and you don't have pets and stuff. It's like you can get through not having to wash as much laundry. But yeah, so just go ahead and attack it because you're going to feel so much better about it. Here I have a bookshelf. I keep seeing this thing all over the internet where people are doing these like DIY fancy luxury closets, and I'm going to tell you off rip because I'm going to be honest with you. This thing is a piece of crap. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is from Target. It costs $40 plus tax, and I put it together. I actually broke it while I was putting it together. I was so mad, but it ended up still staying together, so it worked out. For what I wanted it for, I didn't put the back on it, and I liked this storage solution with the open cabinetry, and it was taller than the cabinet that I had in the laundry room. Even though the one I had was old and breaking, it was literally still sturdier than this one. But the only reason why I ended up keeping it is because there's a top mounted L bracket and it's a tip bracket, so it keeps it from like falling over. But this is not something that can handle like a lot of like movement or anything like that, or too much of heavy things, I don't believe. But honestly, all I had to store was just basically what I put on it, so I knew it could handle that, and I just liked the way that it was looking. But honestly, if you keep seeing this hack and you're telling yourself you want to put all like your closet in there, if you have some kind of closet system installed in your closet, that closet system is going to be better than this thing. Like, it's going to be able to hold up a lot better. It's more sturdy in my opinion. Like, I was about ready to take down everything in the closets, and then I got this and I was like, I'm so glad I just got it for in here first, because I would have just wasted so much money, because I really enjoy a quality piece and like more functionality over like an aesthetic. So I really like knowing that, like, you know, the kids aren't about to pull something down, nothing's gonna break from having something heavy. Personally, with my eyesight, I bump into things all the time, and so yeah, I just don't got time for like really flimsy furniture and stuff. I'd rather have an old piece or something, as long as the quality's there. So I definitely 10 out of 10 do not recommend getting like a Target Solutions to redo your closet if you're in the same realm of thinking as me. Otherwise, it's very cute. It works very well if it's light things and you can get away with that. I think it's amazing. I think the hack is beautiful. But for this, it does the job, but it was just not giving like, you know, sturdy. But it worked out for this, and I really loved how it turned out. I'm not gonna lie, I would do it again. I would definitely do it again in the laundry room. And when I was putting it together, like, I did do it by myself, but I did have to have James put in the tip bracket because I messed up, like, what do you want to call it, the drywall anchor, and it was just a hot mess. And I usually get to that point of frustration, and then James has to do it because I'm just like, I'm done with this. But I end up putting in the other wall things that I did in here that were, like, you know, a little bit easier. It was so cute. I love how it turned out. It's like I have all, it's like perfectly right there, accessible, and all like my favorite things. I predominantly just use Tide. I use OxyClean on my bedding. We don't really use dryer sheets or fabric softener. I just don't really like it, just because of the toxicity, like with the health things about it. But I just have it because sometimes I do put it in blankets and jackets, but I try not to use it on anything that's up against our skin all the time. None of James's work clothes can use fabric softeners, powders, or dryer sheets as well, because they actually break down, they interfere with the fire retardant fabric. So if you have work clothes that have that, or your spouse has that, never use those products on those, because it takes away from the longevity and the safety of the garment. So just with all that, I just kind of stay away from all those things, but I do have them in here. I'm super glad that I held on to this. What is this? It's like a curtain rod that I had from the old house that I never used for one of the girls' rooms. I really wanted a drop down drying rack, and it was like $60 on Amazon, and there was another one that I kind of liked too, and it was like $45, and I just wasn't really sure how I was going to work in this space. And then I found this and I was like, you know what, I can totally use this, and if nothing else, it's a great inexpensive hack for right now to use in the laundry room instead of purchasing one. So I was like, I think I would like this better, just because I don't really know. So what I ended up doing was just putting this up here on the wall, and I just popped a couple hangers up there, and it's going to be the perfect drying rack. If you would like to do this as well and you don't want to purchase yourself one and you need something in your laundry room, literally all it is a curtain rod, and it's just a small one. I actually think I got this one at Walmart, and I believe when I got it, it was around $15. But I do know that Walmart always carries this. They have like a staple one. I don't know if it's Mainstays or whatever their brand is, but they always have a small one like this that's $10 to $15, and you could literally just pop it up in your laundry room or anywhere in your house, and it can be a drying rack or a towel bar, anywhere you would like. And then on the other side, which was funny because I ended up putting it at the same level, and I didn't even realize at first when I was doing it, but it worked out perfectly. This is just one of those little over the door, or no, I'm sorry, a wall mounted little hook. What is this called? A wall mounted little wall hook situation deal from Dollar Tree. Literally $1.25 and a couple screws. You can purchase drywall screws if you want to from the hardware store. I had to put one in one of them so it would stay up, but literally I just plopped this up there. I use like one of the hangers that were already in the house here to throw a hand towel, and then my duster and a little scrub brush, and then I had this little extra basket here, and I just put some little dryer balls in here. This is the kind of stuff that I use in my dryer instead of dryer sheets. It's like it helps to remove the dog hair, collect regular hair and lint. And this is how it all turned out. I really love these storage solutions, especially to have extra stuff down here in this level, like an extra duster, drying rack, and some products that I can specifically use down here. Through this process now, I realize how many cleaning cloths I actually have. I know, like, I threw out so many when I was done cleaning. I just tossed a lot of them out. So I do need to get some more, but I do have probably around maybe 20, 30, but I need to get another big pack of those to have on hand here. And then I have a bunch of hand towels and a lot of towels. So I was super glad to get all these towels washed up. I know we were going back and forth to the beach a lot, and it was just like so hard to keep up on towels because between showering and then the beach, and we pretty much use a towel and then wash it after. Sometimes like me and James, like we'll hang up our towel and use it a time or two again, but the kids' towels usually, literally, it's so stupid. We have so many hooks in the house, but no matter what, their towel just always ends up on the floor, and I'm like, just go ahead, put it in the dirty laundry, get a new one, you know, like there's others. But yeah, I have to wash towels so much. I think we have a lot of towels. I mean, maybe not, I don't know. How many towels do you have? Like, what's the standard? Like, we definitely have more than one towel per person. I think there's like around 15, maybe 16 towels here for the 4 of us, but you'll have to let me know down below what's your like go-to standard for like the amount of towels you have per person. Here's my little container I keep under the kitchen sink, stocked up and ready for cleaning. And then here's the one I keep in the half bath here in this level for cleaning and swapping out the hand towels. Listen, if you literally made it this far in the video, you're going to have to comment down below like laundry legends for real. Hashtag laundry legends, because I don't know about you, but have you literally ever had a laundry pile like this? Because this is insane. I just felt like no matter what I was doing over the course of these couple days, that this pile was just never gonna wind down. It was just barely dwindling, and I was just so thrilled on this day to finally feel like I was putting a dent in this thing. But yeah, this is definitely some extreme laundry motivation for sure for you. So I hope you're enjoying this, because man, this couldn't have gotten any better here. This is literally all the laundry in my entire house, except for what was maybe in the closets and in the drawers. But like, yeah, there's like a lot of clothes here. This is insane. I told my oldest daughter, I told Savannah, she's like, I feel like I don't have enough clothes. I never have nothing to wear, even though I have a lot of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's because you have it all on the floor and in the baskets and everywhere. Like, you need to hang it up so you can display it and look at it and actually like choose and pick your outfits. You know, it makes it so much more fun to get ready and get dressed and see all your stuff and be fortunate for what you have. So after this process, like, they were actually able to like look in their closet and be like, dang, I have a lot of crap. Man, I gotta tell you, this decluttering project really just feels like a weight lifted, especially right before back to school. This just made so much sense to just go ahead and knock out. Not only was it just like treacherous for me to try to get in there and keep up on the laundry, just because like I was drowning in the stuff that just wasn't working in there that needed to get out to make space, but then also just, it gave a lot of insight at what we already have, so we don't need to go going crazy for school shopping. And then it's just, I was able to fill the closets up and prepare for school. We're still about like 5 or 6 weeks out from school here where we are in Michigan, but a lot of this stuff is a lot of seasonal clothing as well, so it'll just be sitting in the closet waiting until it's time for school. But on this day, this was already day 3 of me getting into this project, and I was so just ready to be done with it. So happy. I love how everything is being utilized. I like the wardrobe right here and the drying rack. You see those boxes that are cardboard on top of this wardrobe here? I'm going to try to find some kind of like tub, maybe at Menards or something. I'm gonna take one of those boxes with me and see if I can find like a similar size, and that way I can have like an actual tub up there. Those are just empty boxes I have up there in case we needed them for something, but it'll be nice to put a tub up there with a lid, so that way like no like spiders or dust can get in up there. But yeah, overall I'm just super thrilled to have all this done. It was just ongoing, and I was like, I gotta do this, I gotta finish, I gotta hustle through this, I can do this. I just kept telling myself like, you can do this, because I just wanted to like stop. And like that's what gets you in that predicament, is where like you stop and you're like, oh, it's just laundry, I'll fold it later, I'll get to it. It's sitting on the couch, and then yeah, it'll just keep sitting there. So like I definitely got to it. I put on some music. I was listening to some videos at one point. I was having phone conversations, but at no point like was I telling myself like, well, how did this happen or anything. Like this is a lot of clothes, this is a lot of laundry, but at the same time, like we do wear all this. It's not stuff that just sits in the closet and doesn't get used. It definitely does. That's why it got in the laundry room to begin with. It was worn and brought into the laundry room. I think the last time the laundry situation was this extreme like was at the old house. I don't think I've had this much extreme laundry in this house yet, which is pretty cool. Like that's pretty good. That's a pretty good record, because we haven't been here quite a year yet, but it's been like 8 months or something. So yeah, I mean that's quite a bit of ways to not have to handle this. But like yeah, this happens at least probably once a year, where I do have to go in there and do like an extreme laundry declutter and wash, because there's just like so much that was left on that wasn't getting washed because of life. But yeah, we always get to it. So one of the major problems I've been having with my laundry room in general is the amount of blankets and sheets and jackets that are in there. So the main thing are like the amount of blankets that we hold on to. So this really cool hack is to just put your blankets on an actual hanger and just put them in your storage closet or in your actual closet if you don't have additional linen space, because this one's kind of janky how I put it on there, but this one is a fitted sheet, because it's cute and all to like fold the fitted sheets, and it's like really cool to buy those linen bags and stuff, but this is just kind of more practical because it's like the hanger I probably already have, which I did, and then I already have the closet space, so it was just a lot more reasonable to just hang up all these linens. I literally put sheets, fitted sheets, blankets, extra throw blankets, and then I even have a hanger here with extra pillowcases, and yeah, it just really worked out. So I'm not going to be having all those blankets just chilling in my laundry room area. No dirty blankets chilling down there. Like I literally am washing them all up and I'm storing them in an actual closet. So this just made me so excited, because for so long I didn't know what to do, because even getting in this house where we have extra linen space, it's like these things are so bulky, and then like you wash them and it's like, yeah, I know you can get those bags that like suck all the air out, but then it's like another task, and it's like I already didn't want to wash them, now I washed them and I got it. So basically it just leads to this like ongoing thing. So I just feel like this was the most simplest and cheapest option. That's my very last basket of linens that need to be washed and put on a hanger, and I will officially not have any more sheets and blankets in this laundry room. Now let's move on to just cleaning up really quick the aftermath of like all that crap on the floor. Do a quick vacuum and come up on a close of this so you can see all the afters. I know in my upper levels I'm always going on about my Shark vacuum, my cordless, but on this carpeted level and on my basement carpeted level with these dogs, this Max Life like Hoover Pet is legit. Like, I've been trying to show you guys how much this thing actually takes out of the carpet because it literally takes up so much. I'm really shocked. And I really got over the whole let me buy a luxury vacuum life, because like when mine actually broke and when it didn't take on like the real like grunt of having a pet, it was really irritating to have to replace. And I was like, you know what, if I just go cheaper, it won't even matter if I have to replace it, because I can buy 2-3 vacuums in place of like that one expensive vacuum. So like if it doesn't work good, then it doesn't. And I really tried this one and I took it out with me on Cleans, the same brand, and now I'm using it down here in the carpeted levels, and it is making such a difference. But I love my Shark cordless on my hard floors, no doubt. It does a great job, but this one really does suck up a lot of that crap out of the carpet. So if you have pets and you're in the market for a new vacuum, I definitely link this one down in the description box for you below. You can check it out. If you have pets, it's just worth it, and it's just worth the money. So definitely recommend. This is all the clothes that I end up actually getting rid of that was decluttered. This was mostly from Savannah's room, honestly, and James, but it's a start. Well, the hard work paid off. The project is done. I hope you got some inspo. I want to thank you so much for stopping by for a visit today. Hopefully you got some motivation to get a project done in your space, because it feels amazing, and I wish that for you as well. So please don't forget to give this video a like. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe if you're new here. We'd love to have you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.